Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV. It's that time again for another preview. Bodo Glimt versus Arsenal. Match day 4 in Europa League.
Premier League champions 2016, Leicester City.
Hope to see you soon. Well done. Bye bye.
Gazzola, Giroud again, Joe Wilson. Here's Gerrard. That's a great strike. McCracken getting closer. To the centre. It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent. Van Persie arriving. Oh, what a goal! What a goal by Robin Van Persie!
Yes, guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV. We're doing another preview, but I know it's quite early for a preview for a Thursday game, but we had to get it back on from last week. Mikael is back on from Glimt Fan TV. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah,
Good.
not too bad. I actually I'm just gonna double check got your link into the title video. If not, I'll quickly add it right now. But obviously week on. No, I haven't got it in, so I'll quickly do it now. Yeah, week on from the game last Thursday. And what did you make? We'll go back to sort of that game overall. What did you make of it from your end?
From the away section, it was quite. It was a rocky start from us. We tried to keep the ball and we tried to do something. Tried to play out from the back, but the aggressive Arsenal was too aggressive and just too good, and yeah, they when we made mistakes, they just counter us, and clearly they was the better team, I reckon.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, on the night, yeah, we just proved to be a bit too strong.
Yeah, and
Obviously,
Fabio Vieira had a great game. Assisted one to Rob Holding the second goal and getting on the score sheet at last when Jesus just run around our players and just passed it to him. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I think like you said, for the third goal, we were quite convincing because we obviously brought some of our big names on.
Yeah.
From that. So, but I think like overall it was it was a decent, like, obviously it was a decent game for Arsenal in that way. So I mean, we always knew we were going to play a sort of weakened side because of
the Liverpool game.
because of the Liverpool game coming up,
Yeah.
and also we just played Spurs as well. So yeah, we were always expected to do that. I felt so, but there you go. So we move into this week. Obviously, Arsenal looking to try and sort of get another win to sort of close out going through the group.
Yeah.
I mean, I know like us and PSV haven't played each other yet because our game was postponed.
Yeah.
and but I think for Bodo Glimt, do you think there's a chance still you can get out of the group?
Yeah, it's definitely. We still have a PSV at home and we have Zurich away. So we knew when the group was drawn that these are the two teams we're gonna have to fight against. We knew Arsenal was always going to pretty much win the group. But I reckon if we have any chance to take points from Arsenal, it's the home game. So, but if not, we have to just keep on fighting against PSV at home and Swedish away. So, still lots of games to do it. So,
Yeah, definitely. But look, yeah, I feel that yeah, for Arsenal, it's sort of making sure we don't like be too arrogant in sort of certain games, and we just um take each game as it comes, and make sure we try and maximize our position in it. Obviously, I think PSV is going to be a decent. It should be a test that we should win, but like
yeah,
it's going to be a decent. I mean, if you get a good result out of PSV, you could definitely sort of challenge them with getting out of the group. I wonder if you finish third, you actually get knocked into the Europa Conference League. I'm
yeah,
just
I reckon it's the same as in Champions League when you
yeah,
yeah
exactly. So, I mean, if you do finish third, then like the
yeah
Conference League is probably
yeah. I do
yeah.
think we're gonna finish third. Oh, no, any. I do think we have a chance. So.
Do you think that if you get if into the Conference League, you'd have a good chance of maybe winning that?
Last year we came in the quarterfinals, so I'm not saying we're gonna maybe not gonna win it, but maybe we're gonna have a good shout there. Good
Yeah,
shot.
definitely. So, but obviously, I know you guys won on the weekend as well
Yeah,
to
yeah.
sort of help your European hopes that way as well. So obviously, it's tightly contested for a second spot, which
Mm.
will, I think, like you said last week, will provide Europa League spot to
Yeah,
whoever gets it.
qualification for the Europa League. We have to play a couple games, but then uh, we have to play a couple of games to get to the game that can
Mm,
qualify us to Europa League. So
yeah, and obviously, I know you follow Arsenal as well over here, and
yeah,
what did you make of Arsenal's game yesterday against Liverpool?
that was pretty strong performance by Arsenal. I thought it was a bit unlucky when the first goal, and it was a brilliant strike, but of Firmino in the second goal to Liverpool. But we score. Arsenal scored the first goal, and then they got back, but they stepped. They just went on going and scored two right before half,
Mm,
and then they got a bit back. Liverpool got back on with 2-2 and Firmino, and you see the strength with Arsenal. They just you don't lay back, and they just
mm,
keep on going and got a third goal. And I
exactly.
believe they won quite. They deserved the win. They really deserved the win yesterday.
Exactly. So, and long may it continue. I'll just go for the comment. Big up Bobby K as usual in the building. Big up Alfie does is when I don't do I don't go on Lucas' show or he comes on mine now because of there's a uh, it's over a certain incident that's happened with that uh, it's a server incident that's happened that I will not explain on camera. But that's why I won't do it. But yeah, yeah. Obviously going into this return leg. Um, do you know what? I would still think you could probably cause maybe an upset if we're not careful.
Yeah,
Because because, like I said, we did struggle against Zurich away from home, and we nearly. We went 1-0 down in at half time, so we could quite easily. It could quite easily. Did we go down 1-0 half time? I think it might actually been. Let me have a look.
I think the Swedish went 1 up first, and then Arsenal came back.
No, we went 1-0 up with Marquinhos
Okay,
and they equalised. So, but even then, like we nearly cocked ourselves up with that one. Before the end of that game. So, like, if we're struggling, if our second team's struggling away from home, I still think you could probably still cause an upset if we're not careful.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I do. If I reckon if we would have any chance against Arsenal, winning against Arsenal, it's home. So
yeah,
because we're still unbeaten at home in Europe, so that was gonna be exciting to see if that goes Thursday or if it's goes to 15. We will see.
Yeah, absolutely. Big up, Craig. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Fabio and Marquinhos will be too much. Could possibly be on the day, on the evening, might be too much. Obviously, for Arsenal, we're kicking it.
Especially Fabio, he had a great game against us.
Do you know what? I'm really impressed with Vieira at the minute. Both when he's come in the Premier League and in Europa League, he's been very impressive. That's why, like during the Liverpool game, there was a time where we should have brought him on before the equaliser came on, because it was clear to see that we were getting complacent, and that's the one thing we need to be avoiding. We need to be avoiding being complacent. It's because, it's like I said before, it's very easy for Arsenal to go into these games and be very arrogant.
Yeah.
In terms of how we play it, like thinking that we're just gonna turn up and win. And I do think that's one thing Arteta's seemed to address at the minute, is that we don't go into games like thinking that we're just gonna walk in and just
he
take
seems
over.
to take each and every team serious.
Yeah, exactly. And do you know what? Some part of me thinks that's because it's sort of like the start he had as a manager. If the start he had as a manager wasn't the greatest.
Yeah.
So that's why I think now he's taking each win as like a personal milestone that he's achieving.
But it's clever too. So we don't. You see even more like Mourinho. He was totally underestimated us twice actually.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
also if you, sorry, go on.
So when he underestimated the first time, and then we won 6-1, and then he underestimated us twice when we were in the quarterfinal, and he thought he could. He had knew our strength in the stuff, and then we won 2-1. So even as Mourinho with a couple of many games behind his belts, he still underestimated us. So the great coaches today, you can't take anything for granted.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's it's like I said, it's this with the way Arteta's being right now, it's just like, for example, the English media already, you can tell, because we're like 9 games or 10 games into a season.
Yeah.
But we've played 9 games. Everyone, and we're still top of the table of the Premier League. All of a sudden, you've had Sky Sports after beating Liverpool. They're always going on about title race. Are we in the title race? Are we in the title race?
Yeah.
And like, as much as we're happy playing foot the way we are, like that Arteta's immediately when he's addressed these questions, he's like, we're focusing it game by game. We're not talking about that right now. We're just taking it game by game, which I think is the best way. I think, especially with a young squad, to keep their minds off what's like and what could happen and what potentially could happen if they keep playing well.
Definitely.
because it's very easy then for young players to lose focus. So, but yeah, Arteta will be likely to go strong considering. I seriously doubt that though. To be fair, BS Gunner, a big up to you for the comment. I see your point, but I seriously doubt it because
No, because we have an artificial grass, so I don't reckon he would risk his players to play on a grass.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that is quite an yeah, because we have the artificial grass. I don't think he's gonna play the big players. He's gonna save
Mm.
some of them.
What's it? I mean, what's the stadium at Aspmyra Stadium like then in terms of to play? Is it quite a hostile atmosphere when we go there?
It's been better and better now each European games.
When I mean
More
like
more
when I mean hostile, I mean like sort of intimidating, always being loud and giving their voice.
sometimes when it's or every European games where people are up for it, they that's a kind of the focus this year has been on the European games. So that's when people come, and that's when people are excited and go and get the pre-game up and with the drinks and everything. So yeah, it's more hostile in the European games than our last Sunday, for example.
Mm.
That was almost 4 or 5 thousand when we just take eight. And
I think
European games, we
mm,
are 8,000. So
yeah, I think that for me, if I was looking at it, I think it's probably because how do I put it? Is that the European games probably maybe the bigger games for you guys
yeah, definitely.
as of course. So obviously you think you need every. Let's say like if Arsenal got into the Champions League again, the atmosphere would be crazy.
Yeah.
And sort of the atmosphere is brilliant right now around the club. To be fair, you can hear it like when you watch the game. The fans are right behind the
It was
team right
actually
now.
quite good on the last Thursday night, even though it
Mm.
wasn't full. It was still a good crowd though.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, on I mean, Thursday is this. It's like obviously a struggle during the week for some people to come for whatever reason, but we still even the Europa League games still produce a decent atmosphere. Good point about the turf. The fans away support was a great thing to see. That's what it's all about. Big up to the Bodo
Thank, thank you,
traveling
good
fans.
rich one.
Stood out on my telly all the way in the United States. Well, yeah, big up to you, man. Big up for watching from the United States as well, mate. Pleasure to have you on. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I saw some of it on Instagram, and that's what I love about sometimes when you get. Do you know what? Like, as much as you get the Champions League games and the big games against Bayern Munich,
Yeah.
Real Madrid. Sometimes you miss. Sometimes I do. It's not saying I don't want. It's not saying I want to be in Europa League. Obviously, I mean, like
No.
I do want to be in the Champions League. Like I do want to see Arsenal back there. But in Europa League, you get to see teams with the. Yeah, they might be small teams, but their support is mad, and I
Yeah.
mean mad, and it makes it for such a more difficult game. Like you can
Yeah.
see what happens when you've got a 12th man. And that's exactly what I saw in the away stand. Like you were definitely trying to make sure there was a 12 man
Yeah, for
in that
sure.
stadium, man. Like, because
I
even I
think we
was
even most of us started even 2 hours
because I
before the
take.
game.
Let me put it this way: like I was struggling. I was a bit because I have on a Thursday. It's a struggle for me to do watch-alongs because with my health condition, I have to go to a infusion at the hospital every day, every week, every Thursday. But when I come back, sometimes I'm actually exhausted, so I can't do them. Like, but like I got back, I thought I can't do the watch along and the match reaction today, so I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do the match
Yeah.
reaction tomorrow, and I'll forget to watch them all. So I put a statement up saying, "Oh, I'm knackered, so I can't do it." But I thought I'll turn it on, and I'll just drift this. I'll probably drift to sleep. It's not not against you guys or the game or anything like that. It's just I'm absolutely knackered. But I'll keep it in my headphones. You lot kept me awake all fucking game because all I heard was the Bodo fan going mad, like thinking about like the roof's gonna come down any minute because you're jumping up and down like every 5 seconds. I thought I hope the foundations in that stadium were built properly. Jesus Christ. So
It's
big
better.
yes.
It's better there than here.
So as much as you kept us up, I do totally respect for that because you actually helped me
Good.
watch the rest of the game.
That's good. That's good.
So, but yeah, I mean, like I'll probably expect the same on during the week on Thursday, and like I said, it's going to make a difficult game for Arsenal mentally because that's when the mentality side of football comes in. Is that can you go to these stadiums away and cope with the pressure? If I go back to if I hear something that's similar in England and we can only draw against them. I could go back to 2004 in our invincible year, where we went to, I think after becoming champions, we went to Pompey away, like Portsmouth away, and you can hear like the massive like rattle of a tambourine and the drum going on, kind of like what but the Bodo fans have as well. And again, that's both games that we played them, we drew because we struggled. Because mentally, it's a struggle to go to those sort of places with massive support like that and go and get the win. But luckily, because of that season and the squad we had, and luckily we didn't get any injuries in that squad, we managed to have the mentality to keep coming back. And that's what you keep. And do you know what? With every game we've played so far, you see more of that mentality. You saw the Liverpool mentality. It's kind of remind me with that of that season where we lost the FA Cup, we lost the Champions League in the same week, and we went 2-1 down against Liverpool. And if Henri said it, he said he never felt Highbury like it. It was crying. It was like it was soulless. So and then he went on that massive run and scored a hat trick to put it as 4-2, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of that last Sunday's game was kind of similar, where the atmosphere was still there, but we had to keep pulling ourselves out the fire, and having that strength of character to come back, which I think was very impressive. So, and that's the one thing that I'm keep. As much as I'm Arteta out, like I said, I've always wanted to be proved wrong. If this for me is if Pep produced the same results that Arteta's produced already, I'll be saying the same thing about Pep. I'd want him gone. The only reason I'll probably say I'd give him a bit of leeway is because of the amount of trophies he's won. Right? The thing with Arteta is he's won nothing, so apart from one FA Cup. But like I said, if you're proven wrong, it means Arsenal are winning, so you win.
That's what you want, though. You don't want. Course. You don't want anyone else.
I want every Arteta in fan to come all over my channel going, "Ha, I told you so." Like, fine. So what? I win. I still win, mate.
If Arsenal win, you win. So that's
exactly. They might think they're winning because their agenda's right. So you're right. So
it's
what?
It's not about winning against.
Exactly. If you're worried about your agenda being right, then you're supporting your club all wrong.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's the thing. But I mean, your manager. Obviously, I don't know much about your manager. I mean, what's your manager? How good do you think your manager has been to Bodo Glimt?
He's been quite good actually. He all the way from 2019. He's been.
So you're not putting any banners out saying
no.
manager out.
It's our we're even lucky we still got him. You know, he
Okay.
from 2019 until and 2020 and 2021 he was the coach of the year. So every year.
Okay.
So and when Graham Potter went to Chelsea, he was linked to the Brighton job in.
Yeah,
So
because I remember, if you remember, Ostersund's had
yeah,
Potter,
yeah.
and then are Ostersund's Norway or
No,
are they
it's Sweden.
Sweden? So, sorry, my bad. But
No, it's okay.
um, but yeah, like, and obviously they had someone that was from the Scandinavian part of Europe. Uh, and obviously Brighton took Potter from
Yeah,
Ostersund, and if you remember, Potter went to the Emirates and
yeah,
beat
yeah.
Wenger 2-1.
Yeah, he had a
So
great game.
he had a great game there, right? And that was Wenger's last season, and God knows was that an arse ache to get him out.
I
But
remember that game. I actually saw that game.
I remember the day he got, like they said. I remember the day he was announced he was retiring. I was sitting in the GP and to collect a prescription, and my dad called me. He said, "Stephen, like like Wenger's retiring." I went, "Is this April Fool's Day?"
Yeah,
Like, you're joking. No, 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 no. So when so when I checked you on Sky, I just shouted in the GP, "Holy shit!"
yeah,
So, but yeah. Anyway, I'm going a bit sidetracked, a little bit. So, but yeah. But what I'm saying with Pot and Ostersund, if he's done that with Ostersund, I'm sure your manager, if we played
yeah.
you at
It
home,
looks
could quite
quite
easily do the same.
similar. He's done quite similar jobs. So that was quite maybe one of the attributes
Do you think
they
you'd be
seem to
able to
want.
play more freer? Because I know you won 4-1 during the weekend. I wonder if you wanted to go to play, try and be a bit more expansive and be a bit more freer. Because obviously you come to the Emirates, more likely you're going to try and hit us on the counter,
Yeah,
in a sense. But and that's what we saw most of the time. Which you did have a couple of opportunities from.
yeah.
Do you think you'd be able to be
I
a bit more
think.
expansive?
I think we will see more of the what we saw in the second half in the game when we're
Yeah,
trying to have the ball and we
because
go
you're more
definitely.
possession based, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah, we're definitely gonna have try to have more ball at our place,
Yeah,
and we have this mentality at our home, at our place. We're going to
attack.
attack, and we're going to steer the game,
Exactly.
control the game. So
Yeah, exactly. And do you know what? If us, do you know what? People might. Do you know? We've got a section of our fan base that are so they'll pick anything about our setup,
yeah,
right? And say like before the game, I was questioning before Liverpool game, I was questioning whether Tommy Asu should be on the left, right? But
yeah,
then when my co-host came on, who's Arteta in, she told me that he'd been playing on the left centre back for Japan, so it kind of made sense. But I was questioning it first off,
yeah,
and but I was more questioning the formation. But I wasn't ever saying that's it, we were going to lose. Whereas there were people in my chat because of that one thing, we said, "Oh, we're gonna lose now," and I'm like, "Well, if that's the case, then switch off. Don't
yeah,
bother watching us," you know. And every time we had a setback during the game, he was like, "We're gonna draw it now. We're gonna draw this now. We're gonna lose this now." And I'm like, I was getting to a point, mate. You carry on. I'm gonna time you out because you're driving my head in.
yeah,
Like, so, but yeah, like I said, there's certain fans that'll pick at anything, and if we went counter attacking football and let you have the ball,
yeah,
I think fans, even if we won the game, fans be like, "Yeah, but we're Arsenal. We're not supposed to be like conceding possession against Bodo Glimt. We shouldn't be doing that. We should be dominating." I'm like, do we give a fuck? I won.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
If we win the game, it's well, who gives a crap?
Yeah, if
Because
we had
any
won on counter at home,
yeah,
we would be happy with the. As long as you
because
take points, you win.
exactly
That's all that
because
matters.
because and this is the one problem. There's some fans that will remember the George Graham days, and there's some fans of Arteta and won't remember it.
Yeah,
But they haven't checked their history. If they check their history, the last European trophy we won in, right, which was Cup Winners' Cup in '94, we scored in the 24th minute and then sat back for the rest of the game
yeah,
because we had a back five that was Bold, Adams, Winterburn,
yeah.
Dixon,
That's why.
and you.
That's what the 1-0 to the Arsenal song came from.
Well, yeah, of course, boring Arsenal is what they call them. So,
Yeah,
and it's the same with how we won in '89. We didn't rush it. We scored a goal after the second half. People were saying
yeah,
we had to go score 2 goals straight away. We actually didn't score and actually we sat back, we tested them out, and then second we beat a bit more expansive, and then before you knew it, like before the end, by the end of the game, we were 2-0 up, and we
yeah,
scored the second goal when we needed to, right at the end, so we didn't have to like battle to try and stay alive. Right,
yeah,
so like I said, in like George Graham changed it to his style. Wenger then changed it to his style, and then Arteta is doing his own sort of style. And I think he's just copying what he's learnt from Pep and also from Wenger when he was a player. So obviously he
yeah,
played under Arsenal as a player, but uh, but like I'm saying is everyone has their different styles of play.
yeah,
Like every manager will have their different style, and at the moment, if yes, George Graham was boring, but if he's won games, so what? We went through 91 season where we only lost one game, and
yeah,
if Adams weren't suspended for that one game, we would have gone unbeaten before Wenger went unbeaten. So who cares?
yeah.
You know, who cares? Like
You don't remember the every game you played. You remember the points. You remember the victories.
that's the
You
thing.
remember
You
the
all people worry about is where you finish at the end of the season,
yeah.
not about how you played.
It
Right?
doesn't matter. It doesn't
Think
matter if you play
Jose Mourinho finished
possession
second.
and
Yeah,
80% possession and
Jose
if you
Mourinho
yeah,
won it. Played his football to win Chelsea 3 titles.
yeah.
He's, he won 3 titles though.
He even won the Champions League with Porto that way. So
Yeah, and that's it.
so
But then to be fair with Porto, he had to do it that way, and
yeah, yeah,
he was lucky that Arsenal didn't turn up in that final. To be fair, I'm not
yeah,
trying to blow smoke up our own trumpet, but to be honest, Arsenal should have got to the final with that team, and I would have sacrificed a defeat in the league to Chelsea because we played them 5 times that season. If one
yeah,
of those defeats had to come in the league, I'd happily would have sacrificed it to go win the Champions League and then go win the FA Cup. But at least to win the Champions League because I value
yeah,
the Champions League over some record. In the end, people may only remember this. Yes, people remember we went unbeaten that season, but in the end, you won one honour. You
yeah,
didn't win two. Right? And everyone's and since then we haven't got back. And since then we got to one Champions League final. We still ain't got a Champions League, and yet
yeah.
Chelsea's got two. So there you go. But I mean, do you feel that obviously we're talking about like the coefficient. I want to talk about a bit of the coefficient. Obviously, it's going to be extended with the Champions League. Do you feel Norwegian football get more of more places in the extended format for the Champions League? Do you feel it'll
I
stay the
hope
same?
so. I hope so, but
Do you believe it
uh
should be the same for every? Like, it should be a champion from every team for
yeah,
the
it should
Champions
be.
League.
It definitely should be champions from every team. You
Mm.
see now with the Premier League as even have like all the way to seventh place. It's Champions League spot.
Because some teams,
In
because
our
some leagues don't
country,
get
it's
it.
like third,
Because some
and
teams,
maybe yeah,
some teams in Europe, some leagues in Europe, sorry, don't get a spot for the Champions League automatic. You have
yeah,
to either qualify, and sometimes they don't even get that.
yeah,
Like Azerbaijan, they don't like they're counted in Europa League, but they don't get a Champions League spot.
No.
which is not fair, I believe. If you're counting them in Europe, you've got to give them a chance to challenge for the Champions League, even if they
Yeah,
are
definitely.
so low. But again, it's money, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
but it's a shame. It's a shame because it'd be nice to see all these teams from different parts of Europe,
Yeah.
like
I
Molde.
think that's what's the experiment with the Conference League though. It was to give the small
Yeah.
teams of in the
Do you feel that's?
chance.
I mean, I'm not want to try and say it's something you should be aiming for. You should aim for as high as you can get. But I mean, like I said, like you got to the quarterfinals. If you got a good run again, do you feel that in a couple of years, or like even then, or even now, you you may have a chance of winning a Conference League trophy?
Yeah, maybe we.
I know it's similar to the
Last
question we had
year
earlier.
I felt like we could go all the way. So it
Mm.
depends on each game on how we
And the
keep
draw as
our
well.
yeah.
But yeah,
And we
I hear that, man.
we drew Roma again, and they were quite uh,
Do you?
they really wanted payback. So yeah,
Yeah. Do you
they
blame
got it.
Do you blame Arsenal, for example? Do you? How would you react if Arsenal fans said, "Yes, but I don't believe in the Europa League. Right, Arsenal shouldn't be competing for that. We should be competing for the Europa League at minimum, because of the size of the club we're in,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
we are." Uh, do you find that a bit arrogant? Or do you find
No.
are
As
you hit? Do you hear that point? That they
Yeah,
make that they
definitely. As
mention?
a big of a team as Arsenal, they shouldn't even be in the
Because
Europa
some
League.
teams in
They should
England
be in the
are finding that arrogant, because you're a big club. You think you got a right to be in Europa League or the Champions League. And I'm like, no, it just feels that for Arsenal achieving, I expect them to be achieving much more than the seventh
yeah.
place of a Conference League.
They
It's
shouldn't
not
even be in
saying,
the Europa League. They should be in the
yeah,
Champions League. The
that's what I'm
You have
saying.
to
Is
earn
just
it.
like,
But you have
but
to
yeah,
earn it.
like I said, it's not saying that like if and it's like I said to him before. If we're not good enough to be in the Europa Conference League or be in the Champions League or Europa League, right, then we're not good enough.
Yeah.
But for me, that tells me the manager's not good enough or the ownership's not good enough, and
Yeah.
we change and we need to rebuild and change, which is
Yeah.
what we've done so far. Um, my co-host from Sunday, big up Miss Mel. I hope you're doing okay. Lovely person she is, absolutely beautiful person, and also she's big Arteta in fans as well. She was doing a knee slide after we won against Liverpool. Like, she
Beautiful.
did a knee slide saying we're gonna win the league. Yeah, so she went a bit. She's like she's getting overhyped, but we'll let her get overhyped. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? She's
You
like,
have to enjoy it.
every,
You have to enjoy it as
I'm
long as it
enjoying
lasts.
every minute. Do you know what?
Yeah.
Like I said, like I've said before, I'm enjoying every minute as it lasts. And you never know. Like you never know if we carry on the way we are, we might be
Yeah.
the only challengers to the City. Because at the moment we're treating every game. We're not being arrogant. We're not doing this and that. So, but I
Yeah.
do feel
If it stays like this, and if you keep on doing as you
if we
do
miss the
it
time,
until
I think
the World Cup, so then you have a break and all. Then it's
I think, we'll miss the title. We'll miss the title by 5 or 6 points. Right. If we miss the title by 6 points because we lost to Man City both home and away, right, or
it's
maybe
fair.
up to 10, I
It
could
is.
say that's a prop. If we've lasted to April and we're still in the title race,
Yeah.
late April, with a few games left, then I'll say, okay, mate, I'll tell you, you've proved me wrong, because that's what Wenger used to do. But if we lose, if if we're about 15 to 20 points over and second place, I'm like, yes, that's great. But to make sure you can handle a title race, you need to close that gap, because Wenger was always that far behind.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, before we go forth with finally predicting the game or anything like that. I want to talk about quickly. We talked about Odegaard last week.
Yeah.
I want to move on to Haaland,
Yeah.
your goal machine, as I call him, the goal machine.
Yeah.
All you need to do if he has a breakdown is take it to take it to a computer PC world and like get a new battery put in or something.
Yeah. He ain't human.
Uh, but before we get Luke is a yeah, mate. It's not so much that Alfie. It's more um the way he was acting was really starting to um what make me uh not so much angry, just to a point where it was not helping my mental health the way he was acting. So I just said for my mental health, and even my doctor and my mum suggested I need to be like step away. And to be fair, I'm a lot better. Like I still talk to him, but plus there was an incident that with him and with one of my friends. So I just say, but yeah, which I'm not going to repeat on camera. But that and plus so many other things is why I don't do it and do with content with him anymore, because there's no point making yourself angry if like with people if like you know what I mean. So yeah, but thank you Alfie for tuning in, mate. I really do appreciate it. Thanks to everyone that's tuned in so far. Yeah. How's sorry? I don't want to get your name wrong. Was it? How's it said?
Mikael. Michael.
Mikael. Because you say Michael.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fine.
All right. Yeah, Michael. Yeah, Haaland. Yes, the goal machine, as I just said.
Yeah.
Do you feel with the likes of Haaland, Odegaard as well, who's done well at Arsenal, but even the last game, big up football Ferreira. I forgot to say, Jose, I was on a show earlier. I did have to disagree with you about Partey and Xhaka and Odegaard yesterday. Yesterday it was one of their more poor games, I would say, because we were a bit complacent in the midfield, which is why I suggested we needed to bring on Vieira during the game. Plus, also with Odegaard, he had his 1 minute. He did. His ball in the first minute to score the first goal was absolutely exemplary, absolutely beautiful. But after that, he disappeared for most of the game until these 1 or 2 moments. And yes, you can turn up for 1 or 2 moments. That's great, but in the end, like it's the football game's played in 90 minutes, not in moments. And he needs to be doing a lot more if he's to prove that he's developing and being more consistent. It's kind of like what Ozil used to do. Ozil used to turn up in moments, but for the rest of the game, he wasn't existing. So, but yeah, that I think for our midfield, central midfield is a bit of a poor game. But anyway, but luckily Liverpool are shit at the minute. So, Michael, Haaland. Do you think with Haaland and Odegaard, that Norway can get a team that's good enough to get into a major tournament?
I definitely hope so. We should have the goals for it, but our defense is lacking. We saw it in the international break for a couple of weeks ago when we lost to. We had a chance to give us a good opportunity against Serbia, but we lost that one. And our defense, we need a better defense defense players. We need to get them out in Europe and teach them how to defend, because that is what's lacking right now. And as you say, Ødegaard was he has this issue with he is our captain at the national team, and he is running a lot and doing tracks up and down, but he doesn't you don't see that final pass or those special
Mm-hmm.
passes like you saw in the first goal in Liverpool. We don't see that as often as we wish. But I reckon he will get better with
Oh, without doubt. Since he's come to Arsenal, he's been
yeah.
better. He's got gradually better with every game.
But he needs to. I think he needs to improve. He has a quite
Matured, yeah.
extraordinary history because of the Real
Mm.
Madrid thing, and
Yeah.
I actually even surprised he actually plays football. It must be so mentally tough to just go from being the Real Madrid wonder boy to be loaned out and don't be wanted, and now finally he gets a home in Arsenal. So he has a battle against some mental struggles there. So I think when he just feels free at the club and with the team and with the fans and everything, he's just going to uh, develop more and more and become the
Oh,
Martin Odegaard we see in time to time. It's
hmm.
no doubt he has exceptional talent, but he just has to show it a bit more, I think.
Stephen Bodo will do ask to Arsenal. Bodo will do it to Arsenal tomorrow. What they did to Roma at home last. I am saying it right. Bodo Glimt.
Yeah, Bodo Glimt. Yeah, perfect.
Bodo Glimt. Yeah, got it. I just don't want to make it sound like I'm butchering it every 5 minutes and being
No,
a
that's okay.
massive insult to the fans. I don't want loads of Glimt fans coming in my chat talking to me in
Oh
Norwegian,
no,
calling
no,
me a
they would
twat.
never. They would never.
I just said he didn't tell me. No. But yeah. I seriously doubt they're gonna batter us 6-1 or 4-1.
No, I thought they won't underestimate us.
No,
That's for
no,
sure.
because like you said about Jose, he is arrogant. His
Yeah,
personality is arrogant. So
yeah,
if he thinks your club's small, he will treat you like a small club,
yeah,
and that's the problem with Jose Mourinho. He doesn't give any team any respect. If he doesn't, he only gives teams that think they're on his level respect.
yeah,
That's why with Arsenal, he was never respectful to us. He always thought we were his dirt under his little shoe. For
yeah. He
example,
wasn't
like he
even
was.
respectful to Arsene Wenger, who was actually.
Nah, he's a specialist in failure, and I'm like, yeah, and like, mate, you say he was like, I'm in the first press conference he came when he signed for Chelsea. He was like, I think I am the special one. I'm like, mate, you've done fuck all in the Premier League, yeah. Shut your
Yeah,
mouth. Like, we're in
yeah,
Invincibles. We're the champions. Shut your mouth, yeah. Like, you know what I mean? There's
yeah.
yeah, he's very arrogant for me. This is why I didn't want him at the club. Plus, his football's just
Yeah.
it's falling asleep. But
I keep reminding myself because I have the jersey here,
oh,
Millennial
wicked.
6-1. So it's a nice little.
Talk about
Memory.
Robin.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Have you got it there? Would you mind if we
Yeah,
see it? Do you
you
mind if
see
we see it
there.
up close?
Oh yeah, I can bring it. Just a
Yeah.
second.
So, do you mind? I'd love to see it. Equality. Ah, yeah. Love it.
It's a
Chelsea fans,
beautiful
read it
shirt.
and weep.
It's a
Read it
beautiful
and
shirt
weep. Beautiful. Love it.
with the Conference League as well.
Yeah, I'm not too keen on that one. Yeah, on that bit. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I mean, I think what last season's home show on. not last season, it's the season before. And I
Yeah,
think that had I think that's got the the Europa League on. But if you see the frame behind me,
yeah,
that's Bergkamp's. You remember the Highbury shirt last season?
yeah.
On the
I have
private.
one as well.
Yeah. I got it. My dad killed me, so it used to be £1 a letter, and I wanted Bergkamp's. It was his last season at the club.
Yeah.
Right, so you had to pick the longest name, didn't you? So, but yeah, he paid for that, and then the next season, unfortunately, because Henri was captain, he wasn't at London Colney, but we
Yeah.
went to London Colney to watch him train, and we got players to sign it. Senderos, Toure, Gilberto Silva, Alex Song, I believe, also signed it. Then Robin van Persie signed it. Said, "I want to be just like him," and I was like, and when when he went to Man United, I went, "Oh yeah, you want to be like him? Then you would have stayed and be loyal,
Yeah.
right?" Because that was the one thing Bergkamp did, was he had so many better offers from different clubs and he stayed put.
Yeah.
But yeah, but even then, when he had an Arsenal that had ambition, whereas Van Persie didn't get an Arsenal with ambition. So, but yeah, sorry, like I was saying, the funny story about that was after we'd done training, I got back home, I didn't feel too good. I looked very pale when we got home, and then my back was aching a bit, so I went to sleep, and I woke up one in the morning. And my mum woke me up as well because I wanted to go. Plus, I wanted to go. I don't know where, but my mum woke me up. She said, "Can I just check your back?" Because she was putting two and two together. She checked my back, and I caught shingles.
Yeah.
Oh shit! So when
Oh.
we got to the hospital, and I just went, "Mum, what? I've just given Arsenal Football Club shingles." I was expecting the next game all of them to be out with the shingles, like Toure, Gilberto Silva.
Oh no. Oh no.
It turned out so when the team sheet came out and they said we've got Alex Sons on the pitch, Gilberto's on the pitch. I'm like, thank the fucking Lord. Yeah, so sorry, that was a funny story about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sorry I got a bit sidetracked, but yeah, anyway, talk about the game. And like we said, would be a tight game. Probably be a game where you'll dominate possession and we'll have to hit you on a counter. But I'll have to ask you this. And by the way, sorry, if on the F1 channel, I'll be doing the stream tomorrow because I didn't feel up to it today. And plus, I want to see what the FIA have got to say for themselves about these Verstappen breaking the rules and whether they're going to do the right thing and strip his titles from me, even though he's just won one, his second one. But there you go. That's a different channel, different show. But we'll do that tomorrow. But yeah, I'll have to ask you your score prediction for the game.
I reckon it's gonna be a much tighter game. I can see us. It depends on the game how it starts, but I can see us win 2-1. I think maybe.
Okay. All right, go for
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna choose to be confident on the home game. If we have any chance to win against Arsenal, it's gonna be this game. So
Do
I
you know
reckon
what? I think it would be 2-1 to Arsenal, but it'd be a very tight game.
Yeah, I reckon it will be even either
I think it'd be an
2-1.
entertaining game.
Yeah, it would either to be 2-1 Bodo Glimt or 2-1
Yeah,
Arsenal.
exactly.
Or even a draw maybe. That would be
Yeah.
even good. That would be good as well. We don't.
Have you played PSV at home yet?
No, we have that the
Coming
last
up.
game.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Okay, but yeah, I said 2-1 as well.
Yeah.
Big up Eugene. Hope you're doing well. Big Tottenham, obviously a big Tottenham fan from Malaysia.
Leave you
Big up.
out. Good luck with that.
Yeah, good luck with that. Big up, Mel again. I hope you're well. In fact, actually, I don't know if anyone's busy, but whilst I'll give I'll just say also my lineup. I'll put the link in the chat. So if anyone did want to quickly come on and ask a question, I'll quickly let them do that, just to cover the last 10 minutes. Yeah. My prediction for the lineup, I'll just say for the lineup because I would say it would be probably Turner. I don't think it'll be Tommy Asu. It might be Suarez on the
Yeah.
right because Tommy Asu had to play left back. I think Zinchenko might get a run out because he's just come back from injury. So I think Zinchenko might get a run out. If not, it'll be Tierney. It'd be Gabriel or Gabriel and Holding, and then we play Saliba and Ben White for the Leeds game. So I do feel Gabriel needs a drop because he's making too many mistakes.
Yeah.
I think on the right it will be Marquinhos again, Martinelli on the left again. It will be who's in the middle? Who's in the middle? Actually, no, our midfield three. Sorry, so we'll play a 4-3-3 because we're planning
Fabio
Ketia.
Vieira, I reckon.
Yeah,
Or
because we're
Lokonga.
planning Ketia, we need to give him support, so we play a front three because him on his own is just shit. His movements crap compared to his movements crap. I was having this debate yesterday about whether he was a good player or not for Arsenal, and I forgot to mention to him that the fact we have to change to a 4-3-3 to just to help him to help him create chances and score goals. But our midfield three would be, I think Xhaka will play probably again. If not, I would play Sambi Lokonga, Vieira. Who else? Let me just go through.
I think because of Emil Smith Rowe is injured. I think he would have played this game, but
Yeah.
since he's injured, I think Shaka would probably play again.
Yeah. I don't know about.
Or maybe
Elman.
even Odegaard. He came out
Odegaard. Yeah, Odegaard might play there, and then.
because he was switched off in the 80 minutes, so maybe they
Yeah, I think
kind of
Odegaard.
saved him for this game.
I don't. I think. Yeah, Odegaard, Lukonga, and Vieira.
Yeah.
And if not, then it will have to be Xhaka and Vieira and Odegaard, because of the role Vieira and Xhaka will have to play. And I think, like I said, the scoreline would be 2-1. But yeah, I think like we all said, it was gonna be a close and entertaining game for me. But there you go. Yeah. So I'll just go quickly send. I've got to quickly send this before my mum bloops us. I was just gonna go mad. Done. Yeah. So yeah. Well, it's come to the end of the preview. It's great to have you on again.
Thank
you. Will you be at the game?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I will be at the game. Yeah.
Okay. If we're if we're not doing the match reaction until Friday evening, right? As much as we try and do it on the same night. If we're not, would you be free on a Friday to at some point to come on and give your thoughts on the match?
Maybe not not until I'm working Friday night, so I'm
Okay.
off maybe 10 o'clock, something like that.
Okay, so it'd be 9 o'clock UK time.
Yeah, or yeah, 10 o'clock. Yeah, 9 p.m. UK time maybe.
Wicked. So yeah,
If you're
well,
not going to do it after the game, but I reckon it's gonna be it's a 18:45 kickoff, I think. So it's gonna be
yeah, it's quarter to 6 here, so
yeah, yeah.
it'll be 5:45 to 7:45. What time do you usually get back from the game?
Uh, it depends if we win or not. If we win, it's
Okay,
gonna be a bit longer. But if we
because I could do it at 9 p. I could do it at 9 p.m.
yeah, I reckon
After
I
the game.
will probably be home by then. If not, I can send you a text or something.
All right. If okay, then guys, we'll book it for 9 p.m. On the Thursday. To do the match reaction. And hopefully, if Arsenal win, then hopefully, Michael. Basically, if he's plus also if I have to get it done straight away, I'll let you know.
Yeah,
Depends how I feel after the game, so I might be a bit drained, so I might be like,
yeah.
let's get it done and dusted. But yeah. Again, great to have you on.
Thank you
I'm
so much.
sure we do like a hot off the press news show or anything like that. So, like I said, send me your link on Twitter again for your channel,
Yeah,
and I'll add this to the video again. So I don't know why I couldn't find it. Last time I managed to find your channel on Glimt Fan TV and on the title, but not this time. But send me the link and I'll put it in the
yeah.
description for you.
I will do it.
If you want to send it now, and I'll put it in the chat. If you want to quickly do it, and I'll put it straight in the chat. For you, unless it's on the. Oh no, I got the link.
Great.
Copy. Let me just quickly. Right, this is the link to subscribe to. How many subs you on now?
I'm actually at 235, so not bad.
Yeah, because last time I checked, it was 18, wasn't it?
yeah, I
I
was
can't remember.
20 before
AFTV.
yeah, and after it I
I
was
I told you that'd help. I told you, yeah.
220, I reckon. So
Yeah, big ups to him for helping you out. Yeah, I'll put it in again. So anyone that's not hasn't done already, click on that. Please go and subscribe to him. Get him to 300. How many did you say you're off? 300.
I'm 235. So
So 65 off.
yeah,
So yeah. So if you know anyone, that knows their football and knows Euro regional football, want to have a discussion on European football and new Euro region football or just Bodo Glimt, go and subscribe to him right now. And yeah, I'll also put the link in the description as well later on if I get a chance. I'll get a chance to. In fact, actually, I can do that now. Subscribe bit to pause YouTube channel Glimt fan Glimt fan TV in it.
yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't come up this time. I don't know why. featuring special. Sorry, I'm so slow. Guest from Glimt. TV. Right, that's that done for you. So if people refresh it, you'll find it. But yeah. Anyway, sorry that took a while. Thanks for everyone who's tuned in. Make sure you hit the like, you hit the subscribe, hit the share button, hit that join button as well, guys. Please, it's really important. Really important. You hit the join button as well. Every single penny you put in via membership, via a super chat, by just watching this channel, by right, it all raises money for Children's Liver Disease Foundation, a small UK charity that doesn't just help UK patients with liver disease. It helps anyone that comes to any of the free centres in the UK, which for one of them that I was part of, King's College Hospital in London, it takes kids from all over the world, Malta, Qatar, anywhere, and they come in there to give them support, respite, and also to fund research so more kids could be saved from any form of liver disease. So please, 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 any money you can give will help kids that only are weeks old, help them save their lives. And also you get great perks as well. I will try, if not tonight, tomorrow night, to do a vid of my highlights from the Liverpool watch along. But until then, stay safe, stay well, and we will see you soon. So I'm about to go, but thanks for everyone tuning in. Bye bye.